All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Star 2 to raise your hand, guys. I don't have any hands up right now. If there we go. Kelly, is that you?
Not Kelly. It's Jay in Charlotte. What's up, Mitch?
Hey, Jay, how you doing? I just saw the name on the phone number here.
Yeah, no worries. Happens all the time. I'm doing good, man. I got a question for you. It's not really around your typical seller financing deal, but it's around creative deal structuring. All right.
Okay.
So I met with a homeowner this evening. She's got a house on 7 acres. Okay. The whole thing is probably worth maybe $350,000. The house sits on an acre that has its own PIN, but the full 7 acres, so the 2 parcels, are encumbered with 1 promissory note and 1 deed of trust.
Mm-hmm.
She owes $60 on the whole thing. She is $8,000 behind in payments, so she hasn't paid in 15 months. She's in foreclosure. She owes $3,000 in back taxes on the whole thing, so she owes $11,000 to bring things current.
Yeah. Total she owes $71,000.
So she owes $71,000. I guess you could put it that way. Yeah.
All right, $350 you said?
The whole thing is worth roughly let's call it $350. The house by itself on the acre fixed up is probably worth $225, maybe $250, something like that.
Yeah.
As it sits, the house probably needs about $20,000 of work. Not too bad, but she doesn't want to stay. She wants to just sell off the 6 acres, pay off the bank loan, and bring things current, yada yada, right? But I'm not really interested in just the land. I'm interested in either the house by itself or the house and land. And I guess what I was considering was some kind of option strategy where my option consideration brings her bank loan and her taxes current. She stays in the house, and she gives for that consideration, she gives me an option to purchase either that entire property or the house and land parcel at a pretty good discount anytime over the next 10 or 20 years.
So what does she ask for?
She doesn't know. She wouldn't give me a price on the whole thing. But I have reason to believe that, if I made a $200,000 offer, given her situation, that she might take it. But I was thinking more of a, like I said, the option strategy, betting, and what I didn't mention was with some verbiage in the option that says that if she goes back into any kind of default, then that permits me to purchase the property at any time for some set strike price.
Yeah, it's hard to make someone go do that. So it sounds good, but really hard to force someone to sign papers.
Okay.
So she wants to leave, right?
She says she wants to stay in the house, but even if, like I said, even if things were brought current, she doesn't have the income to make the monthly payments. What if you, I'm just freewheeling here. What if you, you can't finance her because she doesn't have the income to make the payments, and that would kind of be against Dodd-Frank. So, cause she's going to fail, you got to find a way to get her out of the house, really, because she's just going to be a problem. Yeah, she's just going to fail again, right? No income, no payments. She's just going to fall behind again. Okay.
So, yeah, I try to rationalize that with her. I also see if she would carry a note, because what happens when they carry a note, they're going to want more cash on another day, and whatever you're carrying a note, she's carrying for you, you can keep offering her cash for a steep discount, and reduce the price again. You know what I mean? So if you bought it for, you put 71,000 down, say, and you paid off the first, and you paid off the taxes and the insurance, and then you sold it to her. And she carried a note for 100,000 or 130,000. You still have it at a good deal. You bought it for 200,000. It's worth like 350 minus 20,000 in repairs, so it's still worth 330. You still have a good deal, but I can guarantee you, I say guarantee, there's a high probability that she'll need some of that $170,000 cash sooner or later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so then you'd be saying, well, I can give you $130,000 cash if you need the cash right now, instead of tear up my $170,000 note for $130,000 cash. And believe me, it'll come to that.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. I definitely understand that. And I could even probably talk to her about subordinating her position so that I could borrow the money to borrow the 71 to take on the house. So, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's plenty of people that would loan $71,000 on a $350,000 property.
Yeah. You'll have to come up with some repairs unless you're going to owner finance it as is to someone. You know what I mean? Make sure that the note that she gives you is wrappable.
Yeah, I would.
And make sure that there's a substitution of collateral clause.
Right.
In case someone comes and pays you cash, you can just move this probably pretty favorable loan that you're going to get from her to some other free and clear property and not give up a great loan. And you get to keep all the cash from the sale.
I like the strategy. I like it more than the idea I had. Okay.
So if you check the special provisions in the course, the special provisions when you're selling, I think that substitution of collateral clause is in there. Basically reads, maker's decision may substitute collateral provided that A, the collateral is equal to or greater than the value of the current collateral at the time of the substitution, and B, that the potential cash flow of the substituted collateral is equal to or greater to the property that you're substituting at the time of the substitution. So,
You're right.
If you had some properties like that, if someone came and said, look, I'll give you $300,000 cash for this thing, you could keep all the cash, maybe minus the $71,000 you're borrowing from somebody in the first, So you could keep all the excess cash and just move the loan to some other property. You'll want to try to get a 0% interest loan from her, right? You just take the 170 or whatever she's going to finance and just divide it by 180 payments or whatever, and ask her if she'll take 15 years of X amount a month.
Yep.
And she says yes. Of course, you know that game, right? So
I do, yeah. Okay.
And if she is smart or says, well, that's a 0 interest loan, then you just go right into the sentence. Well, I'm willing to pay some interest. Banks are paying 2%. I'll even pay a little bit more than the bank. What are you thinking? I'll pay a little more than that. What are you thinking? And maybe she'll give you a 3 or 4% loan,
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then this way she's actually walking away with something, because if she does get foreclosed on, she's walking away with 0. So.
Well, the problem is you're probably going to have to subordinate like $80,000 in the first and give her some money to get someplace. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right.
Because I don't think she's not gonna have any money to go anywhere if you don't give her some kind of money, 10 or 15 or 20,000 bucks on top of that 71.
Yeah, it's funny though how these folks have no money for important things, but there's always money at the end of the day for cigarettes and beer.
Yeah, well that's why you're gonna be able to discount that note at a later date, because that's the way.
Yeah, I know. Yep. Okay.
The less you give her on the way out, the sooner she'll want to discount her note to you for the rest of the money. I mean, the faster she'll run out of that money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, Mitch, thank you very much. That really helped.
All right, man. Thank you.
Yep.
Good call.